And we're off. Let's get into it then, shall we? FURIA. Everyone grouped, looking like it's going to be a B-hit, just called out of spawn to open up the pistol. It's fast, it's ferocious, it's signature FURIA as they move in up the ramp side. NAVI, it's already dawning on them, this is a retake round in the 5v5. It's not what they wanted, they made a read on the A side. That means they didn't buy a kit and they gave up B. This is going to leave NAVI lacking the time, lacking the clock. FURIA favored strongly in this pistol round, and with the players still on default, art can cause so many problems. Smoke in the cave is nice, but FURIA can fire through. NAVI really need this opener. They need space into the site, and it's art to win the first engagement. Tucked in, he's dead after one. 4v4 is the man inside of the site forward. So much time to get on it. Bomb there. Round, but it's a FURIA pistol to open up Ancient. What a way to begin. That looked like it was falling apart, Harry. That cave smoke cut FURIA out, but cut and dry in the final few seconds. A kit would have made all the difference. It would have been a one round for NAVI. Absolute certainty on that pistol. But FURIA, bring that fury. Don't get ahead of yourselves. I'm not just talking for 8 games. On you can found this force buy in round 2. They look to do it again. 5 seconds. Shots galore. Electronic down. Damage goes either way, but it's safe on the receiving end of it. That nade is juicy. Still smoked off at cave. FURIA are not jumping the gun on this moment. FURIA won't move a single player through a minute alone with a rifle. It does leave Donuts away open as well, but they've read it right. FURIA falling into the site. Bit covering the flank through red in a very precarious position, one that will almost certainly not be cleared. Oh, he actually moves. He might be caught in rotation, caught in tandem, knife out, back turn. FURIA here to finish the job. Flanking this B bomb site. Bit doesn't know, but they're so close. There's the double off. Paints a pretty picture in this round as FURIA claps upon the B site. Some die young, thinks he might have a cave, and he will win that engagement there. The cave looks to hunt him. Full bang from B. That was from the site. Right through the pocket. And FURIA convert a pistol. A massive round to win, to just start strong. Have momentum in your pocket, get those early rounds, right? When it comes down to a 30-round loss, a 16-14, you think about every eco you drop, like you say. Not just the one late in the game, but the ones early as well. It all matters. Every moment of this major madness. Another eco, another stack on B, but this one should be a little more simple for FURIA. Confidence builder there for the young gun on FURIA. And again, we talked about it a lot, and it's mainly because we're in the academy era, right? We look at Mouse, the NXT generation, rising to the occasion and taking down Cloud9 on this very stage yesterday. And so many other teams with examples of these young players rising up through the ranks. Drop is one of them. His only previous team to FURIA is FURIA Academy. His age is 18 and still performing well over the years. Oh, out in the middle, flashed, but still alive. Backed into a corner now. It's a little bit weird. They know hard pressed to this fight hard. You're suddenly... Oh, they give him the swing. They give him the engagement. Now, electronic. Don't want to let him get away with this one. You need a nade to trade it, and no one can offer one up. On a B
play. Drop tries his hand at the entry. Now trying to set his teammates up to take control. But win that first bomb. Drop wins it. Bombs in an island, but Safe still fighting. Still looking for frags. Now trying to join up with Yuri. What do they want to do here? Do they want to try and play mind games? They want to try and finagle these rotations. It's a deep push all the way through spawn.
Oh, they finessed the best. Navi have no idea the penny has not dropped. Finally, the realization sets in, but it might be too late. FURIA is setting up to take the side.
Oh, Yuri trying to catch the rotates.
All right.
They're not even in position yet.
Saw him.
We've seen him over in there. Sandar Young's got this info. The main wrap won't be expected. Bit is in a real power position. 2 fights around. And with Yuri's got to make a move, has got to be the hero. 1v3 as it all begins, but they're already on the bomb. Bit sticking it, not Yuri, so he's got to roll. Wins the first. With 3! The hat trick! And another round for FURIA. This T-side lights out to open up.
There should have been no question for Navi. They knew exactly where he was. They had him pinned in, boxed, coffin, with nails getting pressed in the top, and still he breaks his way out, digs from underground, and pulls out the clutch. Blood pumped, eaten, looking for 5. You mentioned it earlier, back in Antwerp, in the same matchup, the same map, on the T-side, FURIA fell apart. They were their own defense. They were rushing the gun. Crumbled on a T-half of Ancient. Right now it's building them up. Flowing through the opponent's spawn in yet another round.
Yeah, just to put some numbers to it, K-Gelato got 5 kills on Ancient on the entire map last major. Sure, Safe's dead over in spawn, but the alarm bells aren't going off yet. FURIA, it's free flowing, it's all across the map. They've got all this control, they're winning fight after fight. The world's their oyster. Just living in it. K-Gelato hunts him down.
There's those 5 kills, Harry. But I don't think he's going to stop.
Now, this time something's different, Hugo. You can feel it.
And some said, many said, despite the crowd, FURIA would still get strangled in this series. Well, yeah, they dropped the ball on you, no doubt about it, but you can't doubt the fact that they took it to 30 rounds. They remain competitive throughout. And now this is one step further. 5-0 up, Navi on the favored side, yet to get the ball rolling. Safe. Looking for his B-pick, blinded off again. No one in the sight, and they know they've got room. Perfecto's knocked out by Storm. Cave Molly on the Sandar Young. He does get spammed, it's good damage, but FURIA still have a foothold in the round. Got it! 3 kills in an instant. And 2 players left standing with no bomb but an empty bomb site. Simple's here to plug that hole, and he knows Art's nearby.
Slippery fish through the net, but a 1v5 for Art. Gonna have to take us on a clutching masterclass. Out in the middle he goes, but Bit is waiting here on the jump. Looking for him. Lots of money for FURIA. Art can justify trying to do damage. And that can be enough to set you up for rounds to come. Sure, you might not win the 1v5, but nothing wrong with making your life just that little bit easier down the line. And if he could find 3 kills here, that would be a great round of FURIA from circumstances. Instead, it's a flawless one for Navi.
And the game begins. A little late to the party, but Navi show up fashionable as ever on the CT side. What a flank for Electronic. The last thing that you were expecting, right down the ramp, in the rump. And FURIA rumbled. Art's got a Mac 10, he had money for more. It's screaming pace, Harry. I expect nothing less.
And it was in these pacey rounds back in Antwerp where things were really took a turn for the worst. Let's see about our signature style. They're already inside. Eyes are all. Good double, he's done his part in the round, but Sunday Young soaked up from the B side. It belongs to Furia. Chance at the plant now, and Art's taking space, taking real estate. Mogul of his own making, pushed up into the spawn. Waiting for this retake. He knows that 2 kills in this moment could be enough to seal the deal on the round. He smokes on a timer. Going through. Turn from them. There's one. Traded by safe now in position. Missed shot from the end, and he's Quesaro has to do it alone. They're on the bomb. They're sticking it. He's going with the defuse. A second round for NAVI. They get past the Furia players that have tried to go deep, tried to take space away. Well, NAVI moved in, and under the cover of darkness, under the cover of all these shoots going into the site, they grabbed the defuse right from under Furia's nose. That molly just seconds too late to have the impact that it needed.
Yeah. Electricity beats fire, and the lightning pace of Furia puts them down by another round as NAVI build back in. They don't want to stop, they don't want to relent. Perfecto again needs another double on the defense, alone in the site, and they isolate him, but no better situation, no better scenario. He dodges death again, that nade could be the end of all. Pushed up on the short side, Perfecto blanketed by fire and utility, he hides in a smoke, flashback out, everyone's blind. Furia may have the another double! This guy's come alive, and Simple now needs to put it to bed.
Simple up through the short side.
Wins him! See ya!
And wins the head-to-head. The numbers on this head-to-head between Art and Simple have got to be looking good for Art.
Oh, absolutely. In that first map, it felt like every single fight was coming up in favor of the Brazilian in-game leader. If you want the numbers, Harry, it's 8-3 in favor of Art in that first map alone against Simple. Previously an AWP, now just a nightmare. These speedy rounds for Furia are working.
Oh, literally on his anime storyline arc, he says, you leave the big guy to me. You guys handle the rest. And that's exactly what he's been doing. NAVI on a low buy, trying to make it work.
Cave spam goes a long way. Sundayoung will have to give it up eventually. No more grenades to stall this offensive. It's a slower approach for Furia, who know that after these back-to-back B-rushes, they will get all of NAVI's util out in the opening seconds. Look what they've done. One smoke, one nade, one flash, and a gun. The hands of the right man. Simple misses his shot. It's nuke CT all over again. Some uncharacteristic misses from multi-time, best in the world. Art's up ramp. This is a huge fight. He falls. Perfecto holds the line. Now they're coming in through A. Another MP9. Sundayoung will not give them any business. Drop instead, who does deceive one. Got to go down for the ramp, for the gun. Sundayoung gives up the sight, but it's still NAVI coming in late for the retake.
Yuri is on a crazy late flank, but it is going to take so long for him to play into this round. For the time being, Furia, they need this plant. TikTok. They need to put NAVI on the clock, and so Sage will plug in the numbers, but now he's trapped. They know about him. He's boxed in inside of the site. The longer NAVI round is, the David brings Yuri down low. And now he's working. Margin's an awkward spot. Yuri dead. Quesaro, we said this guy's off in the clutch. Gotta be that more than ever. 1v1. Simple to beat. And Quesaro not budging. Oh, what swings it? Kick grabbed. It's so close. And NAVI, fist bumps all around. They've grabbed the defuse, they've stolen that round away.
Oh, that was close, but he could feel Simple creeping up on him. Simple wasn't budging, he wasn't moving a muscle. And despite Quesaro's best efforts, Jumpy will let him down. The shot that had to be hit by Simple saves NAVI's economy from rupture. can miss some, but it's all about the ones you hit. And simple saves the day there. Furia taking just that little bit, but not towards A. Drops leading the up in the front line. Eating a smoke, eating a flash. He's still surviving out on an island. That smoke has denied this rush round for Furia. They wanted to go, and they will go back instead. ARP brings the bomb in tandem. It's not the pace Furia wanted. It's up to a mid-round now. A late call. Gonna get that red smoke in. Util to the middle area. NAVI just have to shuffle, and they've left this B site in many rounds thoroughly undefended. Not this time. 3 strong. Bit smoked up, even leans back. Trying to deal with these flanks that we've seen frequently from his play, and he can't finish his meal. 1 for 1, not the end of the world for Furia, right? All in all, still gives them a bit of a leg up as they move towards B. Oh, restricting Navi's resources, you restricting them now. Oh, making that money, baby! And so now, bit and simple, 2 versus 4. A lot of teams will be looking at this out now. Bit followed up onto, and it's all with a huge round. That's a stubborn attempt for NAVI. They are feeling the burn. Simple running in. We saw it on Ramp on You. We've seen it in many rounds. Furia, so great at slowing down in these mid-round moments and letting the kills come to them. This round is no exception. They don't rush the plant. They aren't caught fiddling with grenades. Picking at the brains of NAVI right now. 7-3, another broke by. But no hope in this round with a B stack. Furia go back to what they tried last time. Just popping that A site. Contact as ever. No clue. For NAVI, they'll only know when it's too late.
Yeah, this is a great bit of conditioning out of Furia, that they even threw the cave smoke right at the start of the round, cut off that information over at the lane. It's forced NAVI to take a bit of a gamble, tried to get ahead of it, and now they're all sprinting back over towards this ace. Simple is armed and deadly. Head off of Case Serato. Furia, this is starting to resemble how they lost that last anti-eco to close out Nuke. Going a man down early on, having to really slow it down, giving a little too much respect. There's the important trade. Simple knocked out, and the rest just fall into place now.
Three from safe on the orb. Patience pays dividends. And Furia collect the check.
I've got to say, this is starting to feel like a real testament to both the form and the work that Furia have put in. Right, contrasting this to the last major, it's night and day. It's not even a fair comparison. Everyone's switched on here, everyone's pulling their weight.
Even NAVI know it. A timeout. No cheers, just cheers. Blade getting very animated as well. A lot to say. NAVI have had the right reads, they've had the right gambles. But it's sometimes not been enough. And when the T-side AWP is getting all away with business like this, that is a problem. Simple's got his. But this is not a map that lends itself to T-side. Opening kill, but he can't get back, surely. Bit's gonna get that trade, and Sunday only even helps out in the cave, finding a B lane player. Big gap, Bit plays ahead of him. Away, but then decapitates his opponent. 3 on 3 with room to move. Furia take top red. They were only trying to keep NAVI interested as they group back up to another bomb site. And again, the lack of kit in this round is resounding for NAVI. If you're going to play retake, if you're going to allow Furia to walk their way into a bomb site, that clock is going to be against you.
Perfecto doesn't realize it yet, but they're already in the sight. They've crept out of cave, they found this timing. It's a bit of an awkward one for NAVI. Save. Dead, but Sundar Young already here. Sends that bomb tumbling away from Furia. Yuri's been quick to grab it. Outposted with the AWP. For the longest time after losing Henny, we saw Art with his stint on this gun. The second orb of the squad. Well, now him and Yuri, they've got to deliver in the first. Oh, miss flick. Getting close the second time's the challenge. And Yuri wins his fight. Brings the fury. It's Yuri and Art painting pretty pictures. Beautiful little round out of them.
And NAVI crushed crayons in their fingers. Or is that blood? Yet to know. 9 rounds on a T side of Ancient. I don't think I've seen something quite like it in a long time. On a stage, facing elimination, up against the best team left in the tournament. This is incredibly well done for Furia, but they can't stop, they can't let off the gas, and so they shall not. It doesn't know, and Queserato with an entry. Furia just going to roll out this red carpet. The A site is theirs for the taking. Smokes over the spawn, drop here to cut, rotate, safe, making a move of his own, and once he's in position to play, Furia will just overwhelm A. NAVI don't even care. They're still gambling, they're hoping, they're praying. Fingers crossed that Furia overread the situation and come back. Oh! See ya. And then on his B-side, there's double charge. Fury deals with it, and the Deeg, while it connects to Sundar Young, that's deal said and done. Strength through. Oh, what a turn! Hang on a moment. Surely not. We're not believing yet. And safe to snuff it out. Fancy flicks. The Furia's footwork dances their way closer and closer to the finish line. 10 T Ancient rounds. And NAVI are not known for their T side on this map. Electron is going to have to dig deep on the other side. We're not even there yet. Will there be more? Will it be a steeper mountain to climb? 3 in mid. We have to make sessions elsewhere. Safe blinded off the angle, gives up the entire area. So NAVI can peek off a deep B lane. But Furia again tucked in. This is going to be a very patient default round out of Furia now. The like you get to see simple fine drop under the smoke, and now they have to dig deep.
There you go, man, down early. It's a rough place to find yourself, and now you learn about Simple's AWP as well. The worst thing about seeing it there over in mid, you know it's not hanging around. Game out into the A site, and they chose right. Only one man here, and he's mopped up right here. Simple on the rotate, gonna get the better and safe. Queserato and Yuri, the 2 top performers from Furia throughout this event. They're the ones left in the hot seat. Top in the spawn, Queserato on a very small angle. Simple sees an arm, takes a leg. Queserato, the last of the dismembered Furia, and there's NAVI swinging for the fences, rotating for that A play, and trying to recover the CT side. The best they're looking for is 5. It goes without saying, this is already a great first half for Furia. And to build upon that even more, this is the most dominant half scoreline we've had against NAVI at the major.
Yeah, they have yet to drop a map of the BO3s, right? Obviously went down 1-2 back in Legends with Honored. Those BO3s were flawless. Right now, NAVI getting tested. But that's the most aggressive round yet. They finally flex their muscles, remember who they are, take some space and something towards the cave, ahead of the molly, trapped by the flames, and Art's very low. Otherwise, he would have pounced. Unwavering for now. Here's the spams. Might go off of a reload.
Yeah, reloading scary here. They don't press the issue. Art's too low, I think, to really want to justify swinging this. It could be a double setup, so he's going to play it safe. And amidst all the madness, NAVI, they've started to hedge their bets a little. Taking an early rotate out of Simple, sending him over into mid, where he's going to back up Electronic. This will leave this B site just a little more strapped for resources here. Safe and Art trade the AWP, and that one nade is enough to tempt Simple back over.
It's a perfect rotate, right? Na'Vi in so many of these rounds have just given up B, and it's let them down massively. They will not allow it. The sight, the leg shot denied, the sector finds on. They may be low, but Na'Vi is still fighting in this round, and the bomb may have to go 30 seconds now, and Simple shuts down. Sniping 5 at the end of the half, unless something of disaster strikes. Full blind is some Die Young, but he will deliver. Yuri clutching at straws in the 1v5. He's going to get shot in the back as soon as he plays his hand. And so Na'Vi, they find 5, but it's far from ideal. Furia are still blazing the trail ahead, trying to take us all 3 maps.
After pushing NAVI the full 30 rounds on Nuke, only to have it taken away right at the last hurdle. Here on Ancient, Furia are delivering a 10-5 T-half. An incredible uppercut from the Furia squad, and it's left NAVI a little starstruck, a little startled, slow out of the gate, and only barely recovering towards the end. Either NAVI have this ludicrous comeback now on their team side, or this quarter-final goes all three.
Yeah. Shattered into tatters in a defensive side of Ancient, not what you are used to seeing. And to think the FURIA, in quarterfinals of majors against CIS squads, where they've fallen twice before in the last two majors, right now on home soil, it might all be coming up Brazil.
Regardless of your colours, regardless of what team you're supporting, you kind of want this to drag on, because this is Counter-Strike. This is the beautiful game that we all love.
What a response.
Simple to open up, and bests are the guy who's been causing him nothing but problems in this game. It's quite a statement to make to open up the T-side pistol.
Look at this fake out as well. Well, Arts had his number. NAVI might be drawing FURIA into a fake out bit with a resmoke on the site. That's two smokes on a fake, and FURIA have not been flustered. They have not fallen for it. Still two CTs, steadfast at B, moving no muscles. And a Molotov might give it all away. NAVI now entering the bomb site, entering the stack, entering the fray.
Yuri waiting for great place for the Dory is only good for one. Sending the bomb tumbling. It's 3v2, NAVI still a man up. Simple crossing out in the open. P250 looking for a kill, but now running out of ammo. Safe tap back to back. Simple, one quick shot, and Serato 1 HP. He needs this kill, and he needs it quick. He can't sustain a long fight here. Serato's got to live up to his team's namesake. It's got to be quick, stealthy. All of that like a panther as he's around alongside. It just won't give him the fight. Serato stalks his prey on the bomb. It's a still. Oh! Gets him off the bomb.
That's tense. That's scary. You might not always want to call it, but Bit finishes what he started with that kill. 1 health and no stick on this site. NAVI now poised for a recovery on a T side. A half they've never shown us before has to happen here and now. FURIA Force, why would you not try and flip the script early? It's happened so far. It's about both pistols. Will the Force up find those results? Lots of util NAVI play their claim to middle. Smokes to reinforce this decision. FURIA lose vision, and NAVI wait.
On this A play, in Serato in the meantime has succeeded in cutting the head off the beast for NAVI.
Go back.
They might have to go back here.
If they go quick, they've got it, right? Like, look at Electronic. He's already clearing out B. It's smoked off right now, but it's fading. His chance is open. The doors beckon him into the B site, but the 50-50 angle is not of his liking. A re-smoke at A. It's a failed re-smoke, I'll give it that, but will NAVI be tempted in, or will the Force by find its results? They are looking tamed right now, cautious, and maybe too much so. The clock could let them down.
Perfecto. Yeah, someone come that across. Drop into the back of the site, tries his hand at the swing, gets the is still A-ward bound, but out through. This might be the recovery, safe down low, but gets out to keep the 2v2 dream alive. The Bit will trade, denies the pistol victory for FURIA. They won't give it back the other way.
Back to back for Bit in the clutch as well. This is similar to the turnaround for Perfecto back on Nuke. He was a model performer. Bit was here in the first half. He's now won 2 clutches to keep NAVI in this one, to deny the Force by the Serato so desperately tried to enact. NAVI now frothing at the mouth, and FURIA baited in for the buy. Risk versus reward. Which will FURIA find? A single right rifle, donut side, crashed into a by simple core, and he can't finish the kill. That was the chance, the opportunity. But now Navi again, take mid back. Furia really want to fight for it. They might even aggress with the cave side as well. Yuri's got the gun for that. Simple's going to try and flash his way back his dangerous box position, and the smoke spans net nothing for Furia. Their best option at an opener conceded.
This round more than most encapsulates the kind of IGL that Art is, the kind of style that he likes to play. Not averse to taking risks. But with that comes the chance of consequences. Now Furia put it all in, trying to win this round here and now. And it's a good opener out of Queserato. That hero M4 prevails in the head-to-head.
Oh, they're set up really well for this as well. It's going to be an ace split. You've got two players on the bomb site and this rifle included. This could come crossing to Navi right now, but they both swing and Navi win the engagements.
I now conceded there wouldn't be a miss to save here. Not at all what Furia were hoping for. And there's always that voice in the back of the head telling them to give it a look in, but Drop's already written it off. Save's hoping he can grab the gun. But even that is pretty spooky. It's deep within enemy lines. NAVI, they do so well to deal with that A-side setup. The kind of positions were perfect for Furia to put a stop to that one.
And I don't want to jump the gun. We're only 3 rounds into the half. It's been 4 spies for Furia put down by Navi. But if they were to pull this back, Harry, if they were to close this game, especially with how they did it in the previous map with that eco win, and then attempt to inside of Ancient, what a way that would be to eliminate Furia from a third quarter final. Not just that, but it would put the naysayers to bed. The CT-sided tournament that we've all witnessed here in Rio, the comebacks of 12-3 on defensive halves, the banging on about the A1S and the 5-7, while justified, don't get me wrong, Navi could put that all to rest with what would be an incredible T-side. And you can't count them out of that opportunity. Yet to drop around, and yet to falter against the force. Any other game in the tournament, I would count them out. Of a T-side comeback of this magnitude. But Navi are sticking to their guns. Sat outside mid with another late take. Safe, the only man here to stop it. Navi do their due diligence. Molly close, clear it with flashes, red smoke, and a blanket of information thrown over Furia. They can't see a thing.
Options open. Something you've really got to love about Electronics Cooling is it feels like there's always another choice. There's always a backup plan, and in this round where you might have been poised to take mid and A early, you're able to swap it up on the fly, gonna rejoin Electronic over here towards B. Furia 3 strong on this side of the map, and with this smoke still in play for Drop, ready to go in at the 30-second mark, that could make life dire for Navi. Bells are going off now.
Oh, no.
They're starting to realize they might have bit off more than they can chew.
It's on this cave kill. They're not even going to go for it. Navi decide to bail back. They don't have this backup plan. They don't have a player or a piece in place. They've just got to run and try against safe. Red kill, and Art alone trapped in. Needs to deny this bomb plant, but they're going to go and the bomb denied. The second can't cover. Bib will respond, and the attempt is miraculous, but it's not enough.
That would have been some real sleight of hand to run that round away. Navi deal with the threat right when they needed to.
Can you feel these 4 spies digging Furia's grave? We are yet to see a full rifle round. This is it.
Yeah, it's got to happen now. It's got to happen now. You're allowed to have the excuse of, getting it close in the first 4 spies, so you reinvest again. Then when you lose that one, you're just on the scuffed end of the money. Right, you took the risk, you made your choice, it comes up short, but now you have to deliver. This is where any championship team would. And so FURIA have got to show they've got what it takes. If you give NAVI the equalizer here and now, they start having their way with you, and you've got no leg to stand on at that point.
And Blade's only now pulling out the notes as well. The permission slips, the admission slips to the semi-finals. An open book, an open tournament for NAVI if they can take down FURIA here. Possibly the toughest task. Serato pushing main. Almost a double kill, but almost will not cut it. NAVI don't want to jump the gun. A 4-on-4 and re-smoked out. They cool off the user, simply will not execute. Back to the late mid molly. And near infinite time for NAVI to make their mark on middle. It's an area that FURIA haven't given up, and well, it was NAVI's way back into their CT side, those late mid takes, those climbs up lane. That's what got that 5-round half right at the end, the bitter end. Will it be FURIA left with an awful taste in their mouth as NAVI yet again dodge the stack and execute the sight?
Uto going in, going over. Molly, young. Brazilian barbecue over in main. Oh, that's from okay. Euro player needed to step up and save, showing that it can't be him. NAVI are anything but safe now. The ball has begun rolling. Can they put a stop to it? Orb save, plenty of players alive, and even though NAVI dodged the stack, FURIA hold it back. 5 rounds from a third map in this quarter-final. And this arena is erupting as we speak. It's never over till it's over versus NAVI. FURIA can't get ahead of themselves. Maybe they did last map. Take your finger off the pulse for a moment, you'll end up a dead man.
They learned the hard way.
NAVI slow it right down as they come back in with another rifle round. This time we're going to see if Simple can work that AWP early. Uto over his lane. NAVI they were looking for everywhere.
They fake out B, but then they retake A main with Sunday Young. The final smoke on A used. Drop and safe, so too far out, but now Electronic just dodges cave death. And FURIA almost realizing Art was just about to rotate, but now they're going to know.
Yeah, Art is starting to make his way over. He's got the real Serato holding the line. Insane! Right when they needed him to put up numbers, he stands and delivers, sends NAVI packing, and it's back to the drawing board now. In all my years covering this game, Hugo, I'd never heard an arena erupt quite like that, and the game's not even over yet.
We're up top, we can feel the stage shaking. The stamping of his feet, the rumbling of thousands of FURIA fans, and NAVI crumbling in front of your very eyes. A mini comeback at the start of the half, put to rest with back-to-back rounds from the Brazilians. On NAVI running out of gas.
And Brazilian legends of old, Coldzera, always talk about defining characters in that chapter of Counter-Strike. Well, Serato was kind of touted as the guy that could fill those boots, that could be that next generation star of Brazilian Counter-Strike. And yet FURIA always fell short when it really mattered. Well, here, he's stepping up in spades.
Oh, absolutely. The fifth-rated player of this event. the top clutcher of this event. Right now giving FURIA the goods that they so desperately desire and maybe even deserve. NAVI, broke boys, bad boys, goes out of the sight and goes to Moore's tools. He's got support. For the bomb denied. You can't cash your checks here. Your money's no good. It's happening, Harry, whether you like it or not. Suspend your disbelief. There might be magic in the air after all. Out in the middle. NAVI! A long attempt at the mid-play and turn around to open. Alarm bells off his ground. Game over. Simple, sick and tired of waiting around. He's sent back to the lobby. Safe deletes him. Molly gonna slow down the cave play. Safe is solely responsible for this B-bomb site. The weight of the world on his shoulders. Is that gonna be too much to bear? Or will it craft a diamond? One kill, that's all he needs. One kill, give it up, play that retake. They've got the util, they've got the numbers. Safe just needs the shot. There it is, there's the third hat-trick in the round, but why stop there? He's moving in, some more. Oh! Perfecto throwing into the clutch, but his teammate's gone. 1v2, K-Serato and R, the two experienced to beat. Perfecto has found the first. He doesn't know. I don't know about him. Oh no, and there he is! Arriving just a little late, but fashionably late to NAVI's funeral on Haitian. Showing up in style, Harry, and no better time for it. Mirage is our final battleground. FURIA will drag NAVI there, kicking and screaming. Unless we have a late resurgence in this T side, but it already felt insurmountable at the half. NAVI gave us a moment of belief, but it's being stripped apart. And K-Serato and Yuri, these guys talked with Banks earlier, these guys said they were calm, they were confident, their hearts weren't racing, they weren't feeling the pressure, nothing to lose. Not favourites in the first place. But crowd favourites, that much is undoubtable. And when there's a will, there's a way. Basically over before it even begins. Electronic and Perfecto, the walking wounded, bitten, some die young, are feeling the pressure to try and step up in this one, but the aggression from Drop has snatched a crucial man from the pile. Nades good bit, just gets away from it in time, but Ramp's still owned by FURIA. You've got to go back, you've got to retake this control. What a ballsy play, picking up nades at this late in the game, and Drop's now got to re-smoke for the ramp. NAVI, the doors shut in their face, bolted gate, and they've got to break their way through an insurmountable round that they should just save in, but no one wants to give up without a fight, least of all NAVI. Oh, you're on, we were saying it, but there was always a backup plan for NAVI. Electronic always planned for the worst case, had solutions to the problems that FURIA would bring to the table. Well, this
This might be one that's even too much for Electronic, who's looked phenomenal since swapping onto the IEM role to cook up a solution too, because safe, it's out of the frying pan into the fire, and Zorb was not the only defense in it, but he drops in here the whole damn time. Map point for FURIA, 1 round, 5 kills away from that third map of Mirage. And the run through this playoff still very much up for grabs. This was the start of the round. This was the way it all opened, and maybe the way it all comes undone.
And what a great way to see Simple shut out of this series, right? It was all in that first map. He was dominating him 8-3 in that head-to-head from the captain of FURIA. And now burning out Simple to start the second from last round. That's what it could be here. FURIA want to make their mark. And NAVI are left quaking in their boots. 5 straight rounds and 1 more. That's all it's going to take. How do you recover from this?
Unreal scenes, and the arena lit up, illuminated. 1 round away for FURIA. NAVI clutching at straws to try and stay alive. Fast play into the A site. It's a good opener for Bit. There's no response out of FURIA. A man down. Serato tries to be that man, tries to be that hero. It's only a bit of damage. Still, he's going to flush out Electronic. This was a 3v5 when it began, and now this A play's far from certain. The bomb dropped back in main earlier on, so NAVI have got to go back, and Serato won't let them do that.
Ducking and weaving their way out. NAVI still need to reroute for that bomb. This rotation can get cut off. Simple's in a corner. Yuri has no idea, but he's not in a hurry. Bomb yet to be retrieved. NAVI slow it down, and the play might pay off. Simple shuts him out. Serato, we call him the clutcher. The best of the event, the best in the server right now. And a 1v2 to end NAVI's run on Ancient, to take us to 3.
A bit so uncertain. Simple said, mate, I'm going through Donut. We got to play this one together. That's the only way we can beat him. It's a numbers game now. That's how you try to take an edge versus Serato, who just sits back, unfazed by the pressure, waiting in spawn. Molly gonna give it away. He knows that it's the A play now. For years we've talked about his clutches. Well, now he's going to go for the throw out through CT. 2 back in the donut side, trying to play around the bomb. It's info for Serato, but the second man is a nasty surprise. On the bomb makes things a little more interesting. Spam damage connects. Tap on it. Bit's moving in. They're spamming. He goes out in the open, but Bit discovers him. A missed jump sails him down the river. And NAVI keep it in good standing. Well played between Bit and Simple to not get away from that one.
Yeah, Simple could have really jumped the gun on that flank as well in CT. He held there so long until the kills came to him. And the reroute to go back through Donut into T-spawn to get that bomb, very dangerous. But it's a decision that saves NAVI for at least 1 more round. That is the first rifle round win for NAVI. The first. And FURIA want to make it the last. Every other round has come off of force buys at the start of the half. Now NAVI have to work harder than ever to find 5 straight into overtime. This would be a throw of monumental for FURIA. You feel like there's no way They can let go now.
Okay, Serato is sick and tired of waiting around and playing on. And fed the double opener for Furia. Sometimes it's the aggression, that signature move they go to, that can end up giving these games away. They cannot afford to be another example of that. And this is them trying to show just how much they've grown. A 3v3.
Not another 3v5 comeback. Furia fight for it. Tooth and nail. Claw and jaw. As Furia find a way to win this round, that could break Navi's morale going into a third map. Someday Young looking for a gun, man. He's playing with a goddamn Glock. There's one on ramp, but he won't go for it. Perfecto's going to set him up. This is desperate, but they finally found another rifle. It's all worthwhile. Lean over from Art. He's made the move. He's made the read, and it's the right one. Navi's death warrant signed in this 3-on-3.
Smoke down, but Art's called a good defense here. Him and his own trying to hold on. It's a whip spray. The lightning strikes twice out from left. Oh, goes back in. Does give that kill over. Perfecto is wounded. One shot away from death. They've caged the animal inside of the B site. And with Serato wrapping up through cave, Perfecto's on a timer. Every second. There just isn't time, surely. No time. That's done it. Furia, a third map. They say curiosity killed the cat. Well, right now, ferocity might take down the goats.
Everyone scared of this NIP, you know?
Yeah.
When I played FPL or when I see these nicknames, I was like very ready to show what I'm capable against these players. But there they played like a bot, to be honest. Look what they do.
Yeah.
They think that I'm noob back at that time. And that's why
they didn't have respect for you yet.
Yeah, I mean,
it's funny looking back at these really old highlights because you see all the players making mistakes that like nowadays will never happen.
Yes.
You will never get these looks again. That's cool. Where would you put this one?
number 8.
Here we are against G2.
What's this? Oh, there is much better highlight from Cologne where I did the record. I even had chance at the end to knife Hunter. He was going like catwalk like this, and I was here, and I could turn around when he turned around like this and knife. And I have a good T-shirt. NAVI made it with record kills.
Oh really?
And there was like AK, Deagle, oh, but there
One knife kill.
Yeah, knife kill would be awesome.
Did you put Hunter's name next to it just for the eternal, eternal shame factor?
I mean, this is not even top 15. This is
Okay. Yeah.
This is bad, yes. I mean,
Not even top 15.
this one is yeah, it's just normal.
Not even in there.
Yeah.
That's much more like it from the home crowd. FURIA storming in here, taking Ancient like they own the damn place. And if you ask anybody around here, they pretty much do. If you're inside of this arena, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Perhaps you just watch it from home, but I can assure you that right now, things are looking good for a third map. For FURIA, they bounce back in the second map, and that's Ancient in the books. It's done, it's over with, and we've broken a nice little viewership number there, didn't we, Blair?
Yeah, 1.4 million, if I'm not mistaken, right? They're watching FURIA pull off a masterclass on the T side, right? Starting things off, I'm like, all right, might be able to get 3-4. We were talking of a NAVI CT side. There was no CT side to be found. That was an incredible T side being put together by Art.
Yeah, and I think it's very important that FURIA actually came with that style, you know? Like, after losing first map in that situation, 16-14, a very tight game, and the way they lost, my biggest concern coming into this one would be their mentality, you know, if they would come and play aggressive and play fast-paced, if they would play with confidence, and wow, like they started really well on that map, you know, they even rushed a couple times towards B, like you could tell that their mental fortitude, you know, they were all about like, let's take the duels, let's not play scared, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, and that has to happen at a certain point, right? You can't just let the other team dictate where the fights are. Round 4, we've got evidence.
Yeah, we can take a look at this round right now. They got into a great start, and this round is actually when it's NAVI's buy round. They actually, it's a little messy initially. We have a couple of duels taking place here. What I like from FURIA, though, is in a very uncomfortable position. I do believe it's a 2v3 situation they find themselves in. It is going to be the walk-in all the way through CT spawn. They're going to get the bomb down on this A bomb site here. Now, I do believe this play is going to fall right here, leaving Yuri alone in a 1 versus 3, and he just plays it to perfection. And this round was very crucial for FURIA because it enables him to get that 5th round, and then on, they were looking strong. They were looking like there was no stopping them, right? And the B bomb side, you pointed it out as well,